Good morning. Just want to give you an update. I'm going to rehash what happened initially. At 1:30 this morning, we had our officers responding to an aggravated assault at the Doral Trump Resort. We responded as we were arriving to the scene. The call was upgraded to a shooting, and eventually an active shooter call was dispatched. We had 4 Doral officers that responded immediately with the assistance of 1 Miami-Dade County officer. They immediately confronted the perpetrator and exchanged gunfire with him. At that point, soon thereafter, the offender was taken into custody without further incident. At this point, I'm going to defer all questions and investigative process and steps that we're going with to detect to Director Juan Perez.
Thank you, Chief. Good morning. Juan Perez from the Miami-Dade Police Department. First and foremost, I ask that you keep your prayers and your thoughts for the officer that was injured from the city of Doral. He did sustain some broken bones, and we offer, obviously our police department is praying for the speedy recovery of the officer that was injured during this encounter. As the chief mentioned today, you know, we had this horrible incident, this tragic incident here where an individual, we don't know what his intentions were, long-term intentions, but we know what he was trying to do at the time, and that is it appears that he was trying to engage our police officers, some type of ambush type of attack, trying to lure our police officers, and when I say both agencies, Miami-Dade and Doral, into this gunfight. He did succeed and he did lose, and that's the bottom line. Our training that we do together, the collaboration that we have between our agencies today was showcased, and we immediately were able to neutralize this threat. If not for the heroic efforts of the police officers that responded here today, this individual would have caused a lot of harm, and he was not able to do that. So what we know so far is that this officer, this individual, this subject, came in, removed the flag from a flagpole at the rear of the complex, and brought it into the hotel lobby and draped it over the counter and began to yell out anti-Trump, President Trump rhetoric. That's what, you know, the exact words, I don't know, but that's what we know so far. That'll come out later on in the investigation as it progresses. This is early on. As he did that, he waited for our police officers. He did begin to shoot inside the lobby, which prompted calls and curiosity from some of the people in the lobby. They were met with an individual with a handgun who pointed it at them and proceeded to fire onto the roof and the chandeliers of the hotel. So he waited for our police officers in the front lobby to engage them. Our officers came up, engaged, they practiced protocol and training, immediately went in and neutralized him. So right now what we have is 5 officers that shot. 1 from Miami-Dade Police, 4 from the City of Doral Police Department. All of the officers, except the one that broke an arm, are in we're in fine condition. 1 is injured. We expect a speedy recovery from him. The investigation right now, FDLE is handling the police shooting as part of the memorandum of understanding. FDLE is on scene. They have been on scene, and they're working on the investigation of the police shooting. My department, the Miami-Dade Police Department, right now is handling the predicate acts that led up to it. The intent, the motive, all that is being investigated by my organization in partnership with Secret Service and with the FBI. Standing behind me, I have 2 of our partners that we collaborate with, the Special Agent in charge of Secret Service, Brian Swain, and Robert Lasky from the FBI. I appreciate their speedy response and their partnership as we together we approach this investigation to ensure that there is no nexus to any federal crimes. But right now we're investigating this matter as a state crime, and that's where we're at right now. The individual did sustain multiple wounds to his legs from the gunfire, and he is in stable condition in one of our local hospitals. The individual's name is Jonathan Oddi, O-D-D-I. That is what we have so far. We have identified him.
hit, sir? Age?
I believe the individual that was carted into the back of the hospital followed by our officers is probably the individual. But I'm not in a position right now to make an identification of the individual. I'm not doing lineups at this point, but you guys have the photo. His name is Jonathan Oddi. I'm not familiar with the exact, I'm sorry?
Age?
Oh, age, 42 years old. You guys can get busy now finding out all the details about him. I will tell you that he is a resident of the city of Doral, and we have identified his residence. We have personnel there on the scene, and we are preparing a search warrant to enter his residence to be able to appropriately search that residence. We have, up to this point, ensured that there are no booby traps or any explosives in the residence or in his car. We secured the area, and before we did that, we cleared out other residents from nearby apartments to ensure the safety of all citizens. They are back in their apartments, and right now we have the place on lockdown until we get the search warrant so we can search that apartment complex. For right now, that is all we have. As always, we will progress. As this progresses, we will keep you all informed as much as possible. We'll try and be as transparent as possible. I know that you're going to wonder if there was body cam video and videos from surveillance videos. There is a video that captured. That's what we know so far of what occurred. And right now we're working with the state attorney on this and the FDLE to investigate this matter. Right now it's an open investigation. We're not prepared to release anything yet.
Criminal history?
I'm not sure, but your folks are better than ours at finding criminal history and a lot faster.
We'll hold the Q&A.
We're going to wait for, we're going to go English right now, continue with English, right? Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. My name is Juan Bermudez, the mayor of the city of Doral. First of all, I want to thank Director Perez and Miami-Dade Police Department, our police department with Chief Vitas. The time that we've worked and trained together today showed that this response was seamless, and the effective work of both Miami-Dade Police and Doral Police made it an event that became a situation that was handled appropriately. And luckily, no employees or none of the individuals staying at the hotel had any injuries of any kind. I also want to send out our regards to our police officer who is recuperating and injured his wrist. And luckily, that was the only injury that we know of from either Miami-Dade Police or Doral Police. We are a very safe community, so normally I don't have to do this very often, but I am very proud to, once again, point out that Miami-Dade Police and Doral Police worked seamlessly in making this incident a non-incident where no individuals were injured beyond the suspect. So thank you very much, and we'll be back to answer any questions.